I have figured out the key to life, the key to being successful. I'm 26, mid-20s, okay? I've made millions of dollars, okay? Everyone comes on YouTube and says, oh, they made millions of dollars and whatever. Yeah, I get it. It's cliche. I have, okay? I basically lived everything I've wanted to live, at least what I was dreaming of when I got started with business and trying things. I have a great girlfriend, a great relationship, great family life, all of that. I can basically have anything I want because I've gotten anything I want. And there's one key. There is a key. I figured out the key to life. It doesn't matter if you're a soy. It doesn't matter if you're a liberal. It doesn't matter if you're gay or retarded or anything like that. You can be anything. You could have any ailment, any mental disorder, any disease, anything, okay? As long as you aren't a bitch, you can make it. 100%. I don't care what it is. You could be the most soy liberal, fake latte, Starbucks coffee drinking, whatever. And you can still make it if you're not a pussy. And what I mean by that is envisioning a goal, having a goal in mind, and then attacking it. Not thinking about it, not overanalyzing it. You know, you can be really smart, but if you're a bitch, you're probably not going to make it, you know? You know those smart guys, those super high IQ guys? You know, people that are, 130, 140 IQ, people like me, all right? And then they're also a bitch, and they start to overthink things, you know? It's like, well, what if this happens and this bad thing? And soon enough, it's 5 years later, and they just overthought themselves out of a great opportunity. Versus the person that's just dumb enough to win, stupid enough to win. They go, hey, well, that seems like a good opportunity. That could make me some money. And then they're just not a pussy, and so they just go and do it, and it works. You have to be dumb enough to win. You have to be in a mindset state of, I'm just going to do this. It doesn't matter what it is. It might be super uncomfortable. Oftentimes, business is super uncomfortable. Like, look at, for example, my industry, for example. We help people grow on social media. That's my business. Launch Socials. You can look us up. You can see all our clients. You can see what we do, okay? We help people grow on social media. I've been doing that for 5 years now. You can go on social media and you can see famous people in any niche, and you can see that there's fat people, there's skinny people, there's idiotic people, there's dumb, there's just all sorts of people. Everyone's got their little quirks. That's also what makes people unique and what makes people special, what makes people want to be followed. But everyone's got their little quirks, and they're still winning. They're still growing their brand. They're still growing their business massively online. Now, why is that? Because they're the ones that just said, you know what, I'm not gonna worry about being judged on camera. I'm just gonna get on camera and I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna get on camera and I'm gonna just put myself out there, and I'm not gonna be a bitch about it. I'm just gonna go do it. Versus the guy that's a little bit alpha. This happens often. Like, he's a little bit alpha, This even happens with me. Like, I obviously have a high image of myself. I view myself in a high quality light, but I also don't want to diminish myself on camera or on social media. And a lot of people that you probably watching this are probably similar to me, where you're smart, you got things together, you're maybe accomplished a little bit. You don't want to go out on social media and look like an idiot. And so you start to overthink it a little bit. The high IQ kicks in, you're, I don't know, whatever. And the fact is, the guy that's fat, the guy that's soy, the guy that's dumb, the guy that just goes out there, that is all those things and just goes out there and posts, will beat the guy that has all the talent, all the accolades, everything stacked up. He's like, I'm scared. He's being a bitch. And so I figured out the key to life. It doesn't matter who you are, especially in this internet age. When you can pick up a phone, you can pick up a camera, you can just go out there and be yourself. Online, for example, you can be anything as long as you're not being a pussy. As long as you're not doubting yourself and judging yourself and wondering why it can't work, when you should just be wondering how it can work and how it can get better and how it can happen faster. if there's any seeds of doubt in your mind about anything that you're trying to do, you will likely fail. Those seeds of doubt will likely grow. What you give energy and attention to is the thing that grows. And if you're giving energy and attention to the things where you're thinking of yourself as a bitch, and you're thinking of yourself as like, I don't know if I'm the guy for this, I don't know if I'm the guy for that, it's not going to happen if you're thinking that way. And so the key to life, no matter who you are, no matter what's wrong with you, no matter the great accolades you have, you can't be a bitch.